Greetings, my Rantians. Hope you all are doing well today, and welcome back to another episode of Anno 1800, the modded campaign. We are working here in Morteau. So I think that's how you say it. At least that's what I was told. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Again, I don't speak the language fluently. I speak another language. I speak one that not too many people really care about these days. But doesn't matter. We're going to be working in here. I have made some changes, and Mr. Major and I have definitely talked in DM, so you'll notice some of the changes right now, and I'm not sure if they're like all set in stone because I didn't have time to send images to him, but he will see the video, then we will talk about it some more. We are going to be working on a couple things over here. There is a steampunk type settlement that is supposed to be built in the top left hand corner of the island, and then we're also going to be working on the exploitation area to the right, which is the harbor area there as well. And we're going to probably start up the whole steel beams production over here in the front too. There's going to be a lot of productions on this island. It's not specifically just meant for like the basic like steel, bricks, steel beams, windows, all that stuff. No, we're ultimately going to be working on like pocket watches over here and elevators, all that good stuff. But before we begin, if you guys are new here, by all means, please check out the channel. We'd very much appreciate it. If you like what you see, and you feel like you can vibe here, by all means, one click away, and we would definitely love to have you. So, let us begin. What we did last time is we set up the front end, and I did go ahead and change out the tiles in the front per Mr. Major's request. Hopefully this is it, but again, it's not. It's still a work in progress over here in the front. And what I am experimenting with is bringing forward like industrial zone packs in between the steampunk ones, in between these particular factories, just to add a little bit more realism, I guess, to the whole thing. I don't know whether it's exactly working the way that I would like it to, but because the big problem is, and I'm gonna be real, it's the tiles. It's the steampunk tiles that screw with me. Like, they just don't jive well with me. So, like, for example, these two, they need to go. I can't have these ones here. And then maybe replace it with, like, this one and then change it to this one. See, that's a little bit better. I can live with that decision, for example, but I can't do anything really with the blue tiling, even though I really want to. But I think the very first thing we should do today is we need to start working on getting all the clay deposits actually built up and have electricity tied to them. I also started a whole wood cutting production chain over here, so I'm no longer bringing them in from New Albion. There's a reason for that. Hopefully, that is indeed the ship. You know what? You can probably just like throw that overboard. I don't care about it. If you will let me. Excuse you.
Engines engaged.
You can just throw that overboard. I'll pick it up. I don't even know where it goes. I was just gonna land over there. Okay, you can start up your route again. I'll have this airship grab it, because I really want to start bringing in some sausages from New Albion over to here. And that way we can upgrade our guys to artisans, which we're desperately going to need. So let's go ahead and start off with getting these clay deposits going. Where is the clay? Right over here. So we'll have clay pit here. We already have that one over here. That's that one. And we'll have this guy here, and this guy here. So, grand total, 9 clay pits over here is insane. And then later on, probably when I get to Land of the Lions and have the Research Institute going, I'll more than likely move them, because I don't think this is the best spot for them to really be in. But we're going to have Nate's Windmill attached to each one of these. That way they have electricity, and they'll function like at double the speed, double everything, pretty much. Put this one here and this one here. So now that should be all well and good. Now they're going to require our warehouses, and we're going to go ahead and do just that one here. I'm not really dead set on where I want all the warehouses to be for these, because this is going to be the spot for the steampunk type settlement up here. And we will find out how we can do this, because it's mostly supposed to be engineers and artisans, I would imagine, up here. So what we need to do is we're going to start off by building this brick wall to signify where we're going to be starting that particular settlement. And I think I'll put it to like right over here. And I'll bring it up like so. Do the exact same thing over on this side, which unironically works well with this mineral deposit. And I'll fix these walls so they're like this a little bit. I think that looks a little bit nicer. And in the middle, actually, that's probably the wrong spot. One spot forward. I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna put the Kingdom of Sapin's official banner in the front. How come I'm on Blueprint? Excuse me. And then we're going to be putting the steampunk banners at the left and the right. Nice. Okay, so this is the start of where the town is going to be. And right now, I think what I would like to do is I'd like to at least set up where the brick production is going to be. As well as, hopefully we'll get into sausages relatively soon so we can build up one of those really awesome power stations. So, I think maybe planning where that thing is going to be is a good idea from now. So it's going to be the heating power plant, and we're going to need the pallets processing in order to get this thing going. I think in the grand scheme of things, it should be like right about here. So I'm going to get rid of like the majority of these. I need to probably fix up the pipe over here. Otherwise, it's just not going to look nice. Maybe bring it in like one tile in, like so. Because remember, we don't need to actually have a train track situated to this thing. It just needs to have a road connection. It's pretty much like utilizing the Arctic gas, which is incredible. I love these power plants over everything else. But we're also going to be building like oil power plants and whatnot in the area. But these two in the front, I think that'll look kind of cool. And we're going to need 300 artisans in order for this to work. And if we look at this thing right now, it'll provide electricity to pretty much every single one of the buildings we really need it to at the moment. I think in the back, we're probably going to have to open it up as well. So let me go ahead and do just that. Maybe road connection over to there and over to here. Need to make it the first one, so it's like going into the ground. Which one is that one? Oh, it's this one. So number 5, got it. Spin that around. So we have 2 of those right over here. Just gonna have to wait on the airship. We also do need some pallets. Now, I think for the initial pallets, I'm gonna go over to Imperial Albahan and snag a few. Because I know we definitely have a bunch in here. Yeah, we're maxed out, actually. So I'll grab more than just a few to bring it over. To at least begin the chain. And the reason why... Oh, wrong spot. The reason why I'm doing that right now instead of building the actual pallets processing is because, well, the sawdust still needs some time. And we don't have a lot of artisans anyway.
What brings you here, master?
I don't even know how much sawdust we have in here at the moment. Oh, I forgot this clay pit. We have 42, so it's not a hell of a lot. Because we've just been, like... they haven't been working a lot. Long story short. Build up this clay deposit as well. Can I get another one of Nate's windmills over here? Yeah, I can. They just can't overlap with one another. Otherwise, they'll do just fine. So having a whole bunch of bricks and such come out of here is going to be insane. I think what we should do, potentially, is get this road... Well, let's plan out where we want all the brick factories to go. Now, we have advanced brick factories, but I don't really want to use them here. I feel the advanced brick factories, specifically like this one, is more Imperium tech. So I really want to just focus on the actual basic brick factories. And I think this one, they would be working very, very fast. I think somewhere around 30 seconds, if I had to guess. Now, how many do we have? We have a whole bunch of these.
Stand to attention for the boss.
So one of these will equate to 2 of those. So we can have 18 of these things working? What the actual living hell? Okay. Well, 18 of them working. Let's make that happen. I do kind of want to make it look nicer than just having rows like this, though. Well, one of the big problems is just it's me. You know, I am the problem. I like all my stuff to look kind of nice-ish. How much is this? Is 10, right? Get another row of this, I suppose, like maybe to here, and then flip this around, bring it here. We'll have another brick factory over here, another brick factory over here. Okay. And if we get the road going, I would imagine that every single one of these guys actually do have the capability of having electricity tied to them because of how close they are in proximity to this one. So by all means, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. I think what we can do and what we should do is we'll keep them like this, because I feel like we can definitely export out some of the clay deposits later on. And this side is going to start up the steel beams production in a moment. And then just change these, otherwise I won't be able to sleep at night. Thank you. I think I want to just start... Oh, okay. You know what? Where's the airship at? You're right over here. You should be.
Skies are clear.
Can you guys want some timber?
Your people are rioting.
What? On Vrain! On this little island. What the hell's your problem?
We're full of piss and vinegar.
Okay. Alright, dude. What the hell? I didn't need to know all that.
Life's fine as a new turnip.
You're happy! Why are you... Please tell me I have police forces here. I have police forces here, right? I don't think I have police forces here. Mobile task force. Yeah, can we get one? Why are they rioting? That makes zero sense to me. Back here, I guess I'm just put the actual...
I could simply go to press.
And this clown shows up. Okay, no, it just went from bad to worse, because, you know, he's gonna write about it. Okay, I need this, like, connected up here, please. Can we build it? Thank you. Okay. Alright.
No changes? Really?
Yeah, really. It's not really, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that bad. Okay, I need the pallets because I
Airborne and ready to
completely
go.
got distracted by what I just saw. I will bring over that much because we're always going to be overproducing on pallets in this
Onwards.
area. And then, do these guys have the
flag of
sausages?
freedom.
Not yet.
We
We're
can't
still
shut
waiting
the
on the airship to come over, which I'm not sure where it is exactly. Could be this. No, that's just a ship.
Skies are clear.
That's the timber. Oh, there's one in here. And there's one here. Okay, so it is indeed bringing the sausages. I'm just gonna cheese
Adjusting
it.
for winds.
Let's get it going. I can't wait. I really need that stuff over here right now. Hopefully I don't burn everything in rain to the ground. In the meantime, I am going to go ahead and start up these production chains. We will get these guys going, at least. I get a warehouse positioned right over here, because ultimately these guys are going to also need it. Max it out, if you please. And then on the other side, I'm going to do the exact same, but I'm going to put it right over here. Get a road attached to this guy. And I'm leaving open spaces for like steampunk type stuff and industrial ornaments for the most part. Like, I feel this one can be flipped on its side now. And you kind of, whenever you're playing 1800, I guess, you kind of adapt to whatever is happening around you for the most part. Sometimes it'll work fantastic, sometimes it won't. In this case, I was able to finally put the timber in here because I put all these. And now, hopefully, we'll get this power station going once these guys have their sausages. But we're going to need to increase the amount of workers that we have here. Otherwise, we're going to run out. Max them out. I don't really need to have a lot of farmers here, if at all. These guys are also farmers. We can max them out. Mostly because the steel production, steel beams, is definitely going to be a lot more people involved. That is for certain. I wish I could see, but we're still doing the day-night cycle thing here. So the steel works is definitely a lot larger. I am going to put them like so. 2, 3... I don't think I put the
Your
fourth...
streets are safe again.
I don't want to put the fourth one there. But unironically, this works. So let's get these 6 going. I think 6 should be pretty damn strong. You know what? Yeah, 1 going through here. I think that's just fine. And we'll bring the road. We'll attach it to here. We're also going to need a warehouse over in this corner. I'm going to go ahead and yoink this one down, because they're going to be working very hard. There's electricity that's going to be here in a moment, along with a lot of artisans, so that's going to be awesome. And we're getting our bricks going, so a minute sucks. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. We want it to be a lot faster, because we need bricks in this entire region. And I think while we're doing just that, I'm going to swap this one around. We're also going to need a fire station or two in here, because, you know, I totally 100% forgot about putting them down. Maybe Fire Brigade Institutes? I don't know if I have the clearance for that. I know of the volunteer firefighters, I do. I'm going to put down a normal fire station for now over here. Build that up, and I'm going to do the exact same over down here. And position this one. I feel like I want to try to connect these two spots together. I don't particularly like this. So I'm going to get rid of at least these and this little bit. Take that back to number 5, please. Thank you. And do the exact same for this one and flip it around. That way I can have a road connection going through here in case there is indeed a fire in this spot. The same kind of needs to be said for back here. I think maybe I can fit it back in this little area. I can. If I get rid of all the steampunk stuff, I definitely can do it. Let me just go ahead and make sure that's a certainty. Because I really, I would like to try to mitigate the amount of fires that happen over here. It's not a bad spot either. It's literally right at the end. So we'll be able to have decent fire coverage over this spot. And we'll do the exact same over here in front of the mine shaft, which I'm going to go ahead and link up, even though we're not utilizing the mineral deposits here yet, if at all. I don't have the total confirmation on that one yet. They might be utilized for something else, which is totally fine. I'm cool with that. And we're going to bring up this and link it up to these guys for now. And I'm mostly doing this temporarily. I don't know if it's going to be the actual plan to keep all the steampunk, pipe networks and such going. I just kind of feel like it works with how we're setting it up. Okay, I think they're getting the sausages now, so we can start upgrading them to artisans, and that's very exciting. We love artisans in this household, right? Right. Awesome. Get our first artisans going right over here.
You reach a new milestone.
And we're going to change their skins. I believe it is the inverted one. Yep, it is indeed the inverted skin that we are meant to be putting here. So now we have a decent number of them, and I'm going to start up the power station right this second. And because we have a warehouse right over here, they'll just go grab it, come back. And we'll see every single one of these things powered up, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. I'm going to build these two as well, just because. What can we provide our workers to get more people in here? Well, those are alternative needs. The rum we don't have. Local mail, I can't even build yet, but I think there are ways I might be able to cheese this. I can definitely try to source in some beer. Rum too is possible. Let me check over here in Albahan. We might be able to bring in some rum. But I'm not sure about the trade routes. You know what? That is really not necessary to bring in gold. I really want to check the rum out. I don't think I even see it here. Oh, there it is. What do we need? We need 18 exports and imports in order to bring in the rum. Okay. Can we do that? We can, actually. Let's put 2 more of these offices. I think I'm going to put them right behind here and get rid of that ship. Yeah, because then this ship, it legitimately would not ever in a million years be able to make it there. Where's the main building? Okay, so now we have 18 of those, which means we should be able to get that soon. Let me just get this here and this here. Soap is becoming a wee bit of a problem overall, so I'm going to start importing some of that. Bombins, I feel like they would need them, but at the same time, I'm not entirely certain. What else can I bring in? Oh, you know what? Furs. Furs over here will probably be really, really good. 100 of these, please, because at first we can provide it to the investors so they become a little bit happier. And now we do have rum as the export. That's what I really want to see. The schnapps over here I don't think is really necessary, so I'm going to swap that out. 650 rum is going to be really good. Only problem is I feel like these guys are going to be drinking it. Oh, wait a minute. They're not going to be because I have somebody that's giving them the rum. I think it's the actor. Great, so we can stockpile rum in here, and then we can just send it over to this side so they'll be happier. And now every single one of these factories has electricity going. So we're going to be churning out a ton of bricks. We're going to be churning out a ton of steel. I don't need to see at least that value. I want to see the steel, which we have a flat 1,200 of them. Now, I am not really aware as to the trade routes between the Kingdom of Sapin and New Albion, 100%. But I will tell you, New Albion definitely does need some help when it comes to the steel. Because they are constantly running out, and we need to help with that. That way we might actually be able to get these weapons factories back online, and that will help these guys out because I don't believe I am giving them any. Right, I'm not giving them any cannons. So what I think I'm going to do is, with one of the airships that I have, being this one, I'm going to start sending over some steel. That should be sufficient enough, I feel. Yeah, because they'll work fast enough to keep that going. And we'll set this for a Republic of New Albion route. And we'll let that go. Looking mighty fine. Now, what we're going to work on is going to be this exploitation area down here. Now, if we look at what we have as far as the island is concerned, we have saltpeter here. That's a really important resource. There are ways because of the mods that we have enabled to produce saltpeter through other means. But this is also not a difficult way of doing it, because if we have electricity already powering up this spot, then we can get saltpeter works going. Along with that, we need to also begin with the whole glass makers. That's real damn important. I just realized I'm not sure if this is... Was it always -1 attractiveness? Or did the mods change that? I think the mods might have changed that. Huh. Let's get this road a little bit further down. We had to move those guys, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Because we can build some sand mines, and we want to get that going as quickly as possible. Let's see how far out we can go before they will start working. This is not a bad spot. Like, we have plenty of room over here, and I should use it. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have actually brought it one further down here. 5. That's going to be 5 of the sand mines. 2, 3, 5. Okay. And what we need to do is we need to get a road connection going to them right now. So I think ultimately we should bring it from here and straight forward. And I do want to put in a actual oil power plant over here, but we don't have a lot of engineers quite yet. So temporarily, I'm going to put another heating power station in. I think that'll work out just fine. I think what we need to do first and foremost is get the rest of the bricks for the brick kilns built up. Because this is more important than anything else. I think also, like, getting some of the steelworks going, too. Also mighty fine. Only needs 100. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. If that's the case, you know what? Build those two as well. Because I don't really want to be bringing in steel beams. I don't want to overload New Albion as much as I have been, which has been quite a bit. Yeah, that was the only place that was bringing in these resources for us. And it was way too much. It's a miracle that it actually lasted as long as it did. Connect the road back here. So we have this spot set up, I think, so like the sand mines are going to be very fast altogether. They're already at 30 seconds, but you know, with the electricity, it'll probably be around 15. And the harbor stuff, I do need a harbor warehouse. Where are Harbor City? Is it always in here? Oh, city institutions, no. Portside Market, no. I don't remember where the heck this thing was. Crates and boxes? What the heck does that do? Steam crane? Well, that's kind of neat. That's just an ornament. Well, that's kind of cool. All right, well, I'll keep that there. It's not going to do anything. But I guess the only thing I can do is go over here and yoink the one that's here. And, oh, I keep going over there, man. I want to put the warehouse, like, all the way in the front there. No, I think that's just too exposed. We'll put the warehouse, like, right over here for these guys. And then we definitely need some more workers. So what I think I'd like to do is get the settlement started up here. And we're just going to go with the basics, really. And build these guys and also these guys. And I do not anticipate having a lot of brick-related issues on this island, if at all. Just by sheer fact of how much we're actually producing. And then the marketplace, I'm going to put it right about here because that's in the middle of everybody. Swap it to ornate. We also do want to get the farmer's school going, so I will probably get rid of one home in order to do this. You know what? I could probably even just get rid of this little section over here. And put it, like, in that little spot for now.
Honestly, I'm disgruntled.
Honestly, I don't care. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to get the larger one of the cemeteries. We also do want to make sure we have the pub. Pub won't go all the way down there, but I think if I were to put it... No, that's right next to the youth. The Utes. We don't want that. Maybe just put the pub skin on the other side of the road. Here, get rid of these guys. Put the pub down. That'll make them a little bit happier. And I need a larger... Let's see, this guy, like, right about here, perhaps? Yeah, I think that can work.
Workforce shortage.
Say what? Whoa, what the hell? What you mean? We're out of work clothes, we're out of sausages, we're out of soap. What? That is just crazy. What the hell happened?
Skies are clear.
Okay. We need to fix this, like, now, because that's not a good thing to see. How much do we have over here? I know we have... Oh, wait, we have the stuff for the investors.
Not nearly as upmarket as I was led to believe.
Oh, no kidding. I can't actually give it to them. Well, that sucks. I can provide it to the landowners, though. That's a different story altogether. But I need to find a way to source that stuff. There's probably a bunch in here, isn't it? Yeah, there's work clothes in here, but they're going down. How are we doing over here? Work clothes is 944. Yeah, I'm gonna bring an airship down here. I'm just gonna grab some from Imperial Albahan because that's crazy. Until I get this sorted, that's ridiculous. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. I think a lot of the stuff is actually coming in from New Albion, and that is because it's overloading them, and I don't want that to happen. So I need to start bringing stuff from over and my other sources just to help with that a little bit. But it's good to see that everybody here is working and we're getting a whole bunch of bricks in there. How much are we making per minute now? 40 per minute. And it's not enough when it comes to the clay itself. Really? So did I build too many? Or did I not set one up properly? Everybody has electricity, right? You all have electricity? Yeah, they do. Did I miss a spot? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you! Yeah, I knew I missed something. I'm like, I thought I mathed correctly in my brain. Clearly, I did, but at the same time, I didn't. This back here. There we go. Now we should be fine, right? Not really. But it's better than what it was before, I guess. There's like 1 or 2 extra over back here. So in that event, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these two because I can have the workforce go elsewhere. I mean, it's going to work like crazy strong right now anyway, so I'll just keep it as is. It looks a little bit nicer like that too. Let's get back over to here. How we
Could
doing?
be worse.
We need to build a chapel. Where's the chapel at? Actually, we'll build a church. We'll build a church instead. That's going to be a little bit better. Church. Where you at, church? Did I miss it? Oh, it's over here. It's in the workers. God dang it. Church skin. Oh, that's cool. But we're not going to be using this one. We will use this one. Old Town Church skin for the Irish Orthodoxy to flourish in
Fresh
this
as a
area.
daisy here.
Now they're happy. Okay. And then I'm going to pre-plan where I want the other stuff to be, being like the school. Where's the school? It's always at the end, isn't it? Yeah, always down here. Education, library. No, we don't need that quite yet. I think I'll build the school over on this side of the road. We're also going to need the university later on. I think the university can probably be put somewhere in here. That's a really nice university building. I'll put this one right over in here. Oh, no. Now I see the problem. You guys see the problem? Yep. I'll spin it around. If it's over on this side, I probably won't care as much. Yeah, because it clips through the ground. That made it work. Okay, so we have university up here. We are just going to wait until these guys can actually upgrade. I'll give them a little bit of time. We'll have to get this side going as well. I think we probably solved the whole issue with New Albion Steel. Now they should have enough to power pretty much everything. How much do they have in here? Yep, they have a lot. So get working on those, if you please. And that way we can give back these guys their cannons. We get some more soldier workforce out of them. That's really important, right? Right. We also need to start getting this stuff done. So we can build up this. And we can probably get to work on like maybe 3 of these. Nice. So once the electricity starts up, these guys will be working ridiculously hard. Now, the saltpeter, on the other hand, that building looks a little bit weird. I'm not sure how strong this is going to be for the time being. I think the glass makers and whatnot should be over in this spot, considering how we do have the electricity set up in this little location. And if we have areas that are open, I don't really mind it, because having that in here, it contributes to your nature bonus, so it's not going to ridiculously tank your city's attractiveness. It's not going to be, like, completely bad. But now I'm kind of curious to see how strong these guys are. I think it's going to be 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds for that. I'd like to get these guys upgraded now. Primarily to workers, because we're going to need them more than anything else. And I need the airship that's over here. There's a riot? What the hell? What is your problem? I legitimately do not understand. This announcer said nothing. I genuinely believe that my game is dying. 100% my game is dying. I can mobilize more task forces, and at least we'll cut it down. That's so stupid. That's plus 10. What the hell? Clown, you publish plus 10 without any freaking propaganda. The only propaganda, the only issue is going to be that they are going to want more things. But this should be a positive modifier. Why the hell? Oh, they're marching in the street. That's great. I mean, a lot of it is also because I haven't given them a lot of their Old Town stuff, I guess. But, like, hell, how am I supposed to put that on the water? I legitimately can't. That's the problem. Unless Venetian towers actually do consider themselves... Well, no, they don't, because there's one right here. I just think it's dumb. At least we're cracking down on it. I think it was just a random one, and there's like a armed mob that's going through this little section. That's just insane to me.
Lift achieved.
Okay, let me get some work clothes, because we don't need that all here. And then I'm also going to grab the sausages. Do we have soap over here? We also do have some soap, so I'll grab, like, Here, I'll do this instead. Put that in here. I will grab 2, 2, and 2, and we'll bring it over to Remolay right now, which is somehow getting enough what they need right now. What the hell? What'd you get? What bring in? I guess it was indeed soap, but now it's at 0 again. What is an alternative need for the soap? I don't think there is any. No. If only I could swap this. Wait a minute. Well, that replaces fish. Damn it. Only the fish could be replaced with something else, you know what I mean? I legitimately cannot have a single 1800 experience without having something weird or, I don't know, dare I say, bullshit happen. Pretty cool. So now we have all of our industrial side set up. Our people are probably not going to be, like, ridiculously happy. Mostly because, well, he probably would benefit from having the variety theater now. And I can, in fact, build that for him. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to, I think, a different spot here. Harbor City, we need to build the variety theater. I know I saw it. Am I losing it? Please tell me I can build a variety theater on the water. That's a members club. Oh,
the
hell.
truest work of art
wait.
is but a shadow of its friend in nature.
City institutions, portside market, docklands, medium harbor area. I'm not sure if I can. Because Harbor City should have it, unless I'm blind. Pub, church, school. Oh, cabaret. God, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I give up. I give up.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Cool. Brick house aisle. Put this right over here, so that should make them happier. There we go. They're content. They're just not happy because of how much pollution is really here. So I can't say I blame them. Let's get some trees around it. I think that'll look kind of cool. Tree, 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 and tree. That there. Maybe a tree in the back too. That'll kind of look a little bit nice. Pretty cool. I like that. So now these guys are going to be happier. Awesome. And now we have 587 workers, so I'm going to get the remaining 2 built up over here. How we doing over on this side? Pretty good. Let's expand the town. To do that, like, right now, actually. You know what?
Workforce shortage.
Dude, okay. That actually kind of looks nice. Get this road built up. So we did indeed fix that spot up anyway. They all have connection to whatever the services they need, right? I hope so. Market back here. Be a really good idea. Because the market is what they need. The pub is just a, like, hey, there's a pub here. It's not exactly close for them. They are content, but they will... You know what? We can build a little chapel back here to offset that. Let me find it first. Chapel. I think I passed it. Chapel. There we go. Okay, that should at least make them happy. Good.
We earned this.
No, you didn't. You didn't earn a damn thing, let me tell you. More artisans, if you please.
You reach a new milestone.
They're unhappy. You know what? If that's the case, I'm going to get rid of the pub over here. I'll probably put the pub somewhere else. Because now I do not need them really to focus on having a pub requirement. I need them to have the variety theater. I'll put the pub back here with the base skin. These guys are content anyway. They're going to be in artisans in a moment. The beauty and culture. I think I'm going to swap it over to the Roman themed skin. I really like this one. And I think
A fire broke out.
the actual hell is going on? Dude! They marched all the way to there, caused some shit, came all the way back down here, caused more shit, and now they're burning things. What the hell? What the heck is going on? Can we even get down here? No, we can't. We can't at all. There's no fire crew? I don't think I built a fire crew. Oh, hell. Okay, well... Is that even possible? You know what? I'll just delete these 2 freaking homes. Damn it. Build that, then. At least we'll deal with the fire. If they march on back through the damn street, we'll get them. But we at least solved the situation over here. And the police crews are dealing with the idiots over here. So, I mean, there's not much else I can do. Unless I get rid of these 2 homes, which it does look kind of nice. In order to build, like, yeah. Get rid of these 2. I need another harbor station. There we go. Absolute insanity. You're living in Imperial Albahan. Are these protesters against the fact that there's Imperial occupation now? Well, guess what? Deal with it, damn it. I don't care, and guess what? No one else does. In fact, you'd probably be happier. Give them all these things so at least they can get back to what they require having.
Engaged.
And our values are going up really, really well. We're always like pretty much capped out when it comes to our steel production. So that's going to really, really assist these guys over here, I believe. What are we...
Stores are inundated.
Oh, they're already maxed out with this? Hell yeah, dude. How are we doing
It's a
with
surprise inspection.
Steel, it fluctuates, but at least it's holding steady. It's holding steady, and that's what we like to see. One thing I did do just as a quality of life for New Albion is I built this saxophone factory, or workshop rather.
I'd achieve more in a better habitat.
Just so these guys to be a little bit happier. I mean, then having a saxophones in there is actually pretty damn substantial. So we went ahead and did that. Oh,
So,
I do have...
Have I made too many?
Did I make the wood veneers over here? I did.
Welcome
Okay.
to the manufacturing.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
What will it be?
I need to borrow this airship really quick. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna grab some of those because I really want to get this World's Fair built up now. What's the other thing that I'm gonna need? I need steam motors, and then we need the population. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm going to stop production on a couple of these because we're always maxed out anyway for the most part. That way I have enough artisan workforce in here in order to get that thing finally built up. So it's going to look absolutely awesome. It's been irking me that I haven't made a beauty build video for Imperial Albahan quite yet, but I'll probably start working on that relatively soon. I think this is probably one of the nicest settlements I've ever made in 1800, 100%. Just came out of nowhere, and it just, like, this setting alone, it's so cool. I love the entrance. I love the fact that we can build on the water like this. This mod, the Old Town mod, is top tier, and it vibes well, I think, going into the rest. This major market area, really cool. Having these homes, very cool. I'll probably build up every single one of these Furco factories just for it, but more than likely, like, this half is going to be completely, like, no one's going to be working on it, because I can't power it all. I don't have enough artisans here. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, at least the riot is done, and we're taking care of the fires, so that works, I guess. All right, did we get over here?
Where
Great.
to?
I need you to bring me some of these. I'll bring over 300. You never know. And then I also need you to bring me in 150, correct? I'm going to check before I leave, like a good boy. 150
The
and
fire
150.
has been vanquished.
God bless. Thank you. Now, stop rioting. There's literally nothing that you need to riot about.
Skies are clear.
Lack of an Old Town need. Look at me. I'm just going to be pissed off 24/7. That's essentially these guys right over here. And probably like the nicest side of Imperial Albahan. Okay, I'm going to get up into here again. I want to try to work with some steampunk type stuff. Can I use the spa anywhere? I feel like the spa would look kind of cool somewhere. Maybe like here? I can hear it a little bit, but I can live with it. That looks okay, right? You know what? I think what we should do instead of the Kingdom of Sapin's banner, we should have the steampunk one. I feel like it would definitely work out a little bit better, along with having the steampunk banners in front. Yeah. Okay. I need a rant here. Look, I might even make this into a short. I'm not really certain, so you guys can either choose to skip this part or not. I have been very vocal about the steampunk pack in this game for quite some time now. I think it's extremely lackluster for what they produced, 100%. I am definitely not large enough to probably say, like, hey, I'm advocating for this pack to be looked at. Because, I gotta be real, steampunk vibes are one of my personal favorites. I love everything about, you know, the essence of steampunk, the outfits, the architecture, everything. Why? There's nothing you can work with. None of the other freaking buildings besides, you know, our investors have steampunk skins. Why is that a thing? It does not make any sense to me. The tilings don't work with anything. The steam pipes are like probably the only good one. You have this thing that makes sound like no tomorrow. You can't shut it up. And like, what else am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, this does not fit well with this. Like, if I put it in the back there, okay, sure. Like, what? I don't know what else to do. I love this pack. I love steampunk, but I can't do anything with it. And it irks me every damn time. I don't know whether, like, it's even remotely possible to have this pack even revisited at this point. I don't think so, but definitely, like, if you guys are thinking, oh, this is an awesome pack, you know, get into it, try to see what it's all about. It's cool, don't get me wrong. I mean, once you actually get to the investors, they have cool freaking buildings, skins. But, fun fact, when you get into the skyscrapers and whatnot, if you have that, then they're just going to go away. So you can't use them. Where's my inverted skin? Old Town Residence? What's this one? Oh, that's different. That's different, but we only stick with the inverted over here. Sorry, I needed to get that rant out. I've been thinking about it because I really would... Honestly, I would have loved to make full-on steampunk settlements, okay? This is not capable of doing that. Why is it that this pack has this few in it, right? But then you get over to, like, Bright Harvest, which I get it's a cosmetic pack. Okay, maybe this isn't probably a good example. It's a cosmetic pack. So you have this, right? The same goes with Pirate Code, but, I mean, you still have a little bit more in there. But then look at, like, Pedestrian Zone. You actually can do so much with these. Look at City Lights. So much more with these, too. Even Industrial Zone. Look how many things are in here. Now, some of them come from mods, like down here, but this is a vast majority of the stuff that you already have in there. Old Town also doesn't have a hell of a lot in it. Fiesta is awesome. National Park has way too many things for what it's even good for. Eldridge is also in the same category, a little bit better, of course. Steampunk is awful. Pirate Cove is just no. End of an era. Put this level of detail into Steampunk. Why not? Why is that not a thing? How come? Porque, explain. Was there only like 2 people working on it? I should probably stop. I'm getting a little bit too heated about it. I like steampunk stuff, man, and it irks me that I can't build steampunk type settlements so easily. Because trust me, if I could, I would have, honestly, because the Imperium really relies on a lot of tech-based stuff, and steampunk really hits that vibe. It really does. So it's just annoying. I don't know. Very, very annoying. I'm going to try to at least make something back here. That's not even in the center. Maybe one, like, one here, one here. I'm legitimately struggling here. We'll put this lady right there. Steam clocks at the left and the right. And then maybe the tiling? I mean, we can have some aquariums here. Just for people to see. No. Wouldn't work. Well, steam clock, this one could probably be pretty good. Put this one here, that one there, and then I guess fill it out with just the tiling. Yeah, that works. That works. It's very shiny. I take it. I'm gonna make this into a double road, actually. I'm trying to increase the number of artisan workforce I have here so I can get working on the glass. Because glass is going to be really freaking important here. Where is all that stuff? So glass right over here. I did want to extend the steam pipes at least up until here. And I think right over in this spot, this is where we're going to begin with the glass makers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna do the same on the other side too now. I'll have a double road in the middle. Actually, let's do something kind of similar to what we did over with our initial industrial side. No. Get it one further away. Has to be 5 in between. There we go. Put 5 over about there, and then extend the road straight through. And then we can have something like that. Flip that around. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. And we have only the one warehouse over here, but I think I'm going to build a second one right back. Where is it? Right here? Oh my god, that actually works. Holy crap. Look at that. That's awesome. Build that first. Increase it. What are we lacking for? Oh, timber. So you guys aren't working as hard as you should be. Who the problem?
Nice day for it.
You the problem. Okay. Well, they are working as hard as they possibly can. I'm just going to grab some timber from another source, bring it over.
Lift achieved.
And we will get all that stuff situated. We've done a fair amount of work today. That's for certain. So I definitely want to stick with continuing the momentum of this.
Skies are clear.
Okay, so let's go over to Rimouret, which I would imagine has a plethora of timber in here. Yep, we're going to grab it. And we're going to bring it over to Morteau so we can get it worked on. Specifically, at least to get this stuff started. Bring this all the way down here and then loop this. Oh, that's going to suck. Wait a minute. Can you do something like this? I have a feeling I could probably just fix this out, really. Or we could make funky designs out of it. Hold on. There's one that goes to and from. Hold on. There's this one. I need to find a way to make that work. Okay. This needs to be straight on. Which one is it for straight on? It's number 8? So weird. Yeah, that kind of works, low-key. Okay, so we have that. We will have one of the pipes go down in this direction, and then we are going to have some go in between. Loop it around. Same over on this side for the most part. Over to about there. And we'll probably try to work with some like industrial type ornaments and such once we have the timber in here. So where is that airship? It's you in it? Yeah. I need you to bring me some timber for now. Look at all that. Because we're bringing in a bunch from New Albion anyway.
On our way.
So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Nice. I love seeing all the steel heading into that direction. This is awesome. And you know what the crazy thing is? I still don't even have specialists active in this area. So, you know, honestly, these things can get a lot more powerful. At like scary levels. And that's really what I like to do when I play Anno 1800. I really enjoy kind of finding ways to break the game. And what I mean by breaking the game is not necessarily making my computer want to die. No, that's not the plan. It's really to try to make, for example, this 15 seconds into like 6, 5, 3 seconds. Make it ridiculously fast so that I won't ever have to have any issues.
Airborne and ready to go.
Awesome. Can you deliver all that, please? Thank you. Because I need to get this whole little spot set up. And we'll probably continue working on this area in the next episode. So let's get these guys going. And they're going to be
Always
ridiculously
harder with
fast.
someone at your shoulder.
Okay, so it is indeed a 1-to-1. So we have 8 over here. We only have 5 of these guys. So I'm going to, on this side, spin them around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll get a little bit extra sand in there. I hate sand. Coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. You knew the Star Wars reference was coming. Don't even with me right now. Don't even. Okay? Yeah, I had to give it to you. That's just who I am. I love Star Wars. Not all of it, but I love a lot. I probably know more than the average person should. Is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't think so. That's what I wanted to have happen, but they're not. Are they linked up? I think they... No, they aren't. No, I need this one. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I kind of want to put in some banners over in here. Banner. Banner. Neat. I don't know why I chose that spot for banners. Don't ask. I just randomly like, oh look, this looks nice. Let's do it. So I was also playing around a little bit with the industrial ornaments pack, and like for example, the metal platforms are quite interesting. So we can have like something similar to this over here. I don't know what it's going to be useful for, unless we can swap it out with some cargo, because I can make a little walkway to go up here. Yeah. Let's swap out a couple of these and put cargo platforms instead. No, I need the metal ones. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better, I think. But is there anything else? Like, I don't think the barrels here would work. That might be a little bit better. I mean, there's still barrels on it, but whatever. Steel beams could probably work here. Yeah, I like that. Oh, there's some crews there. Nice, nice, nice. I like this. I like this a lot for some reason. And I think I will probably utilize that idea a little bit more. We also do have some chimneys. We have this one, but it's not going to work here. Parking garage. Oh, yeah, we could probably put a parking garage in the middle here, can't we? I think that would kind of be nice. And then over back here, we can try to integrate in the steam pipes going through. I don't need another parking garage over on the other side. I think that one is just fine. And because it is a parking garage, I'm going to put a double row to it just to make it, like, look a little bit more unique. Silos wouldn't function well here. Let me head over to Bright Harvest really quick, which is probably, like, my favorite one for, like, damn near everything in this game. Shed. I put a shed, like, right in the front here. Industrial ornaments. This one. Industrial zone, sorry. It's also not bad. I do like it, and I don't know why I'm being so overly critical of cosmetic packs today. I really don't mean to. I don't want to, rather. But I feel like if you're working on something like... the way that this game is, you can essentially make whatever the heck you want, really. So I don't like to have limitations, and when I see limitations as far as like steampunk pack is concerned, and now that I have it and I'm, you know, getting up there in notoriety, which I really appreciate every single one of you for, I really want to just make sure that if it's something that I personally don't agree with, I don't really want you wasting your money on it, because it's not correct. They should have worked a lot more on steampunk pack, and I'll advocate for it. I highly doubt that they're gonna come back one day and be like, yeah, we're gonna work on steampunk pack just because it's not, you know, that great. There's not a bunch in there. I highly doubt that's gonna happen. But nevertheless, like, in the 1% chance that it might, I'm still gonna bring awareness to it. It needs so much more work. It's unbelievable. Such an awesome concept, completely ruined. But I guess, you know, that's me too. I think it's not a reputation. I think I'm getting known for ranting and kind of saying what I feel in a way without obviously not being rude. I'm not a rude person. I never plan on being a rude person altogether. And I really I want to be respectful to everything, everyone, because I understand, you know, when you're in a big company, there's obviously other deadlines that you have to meet and all that good stuff. But I just feel like with regards to how the pack was actually produced and churned out, it definitely was not the way that it should have been. It should have been worked on a lot more. Let's get some of these walls here. I don't think that it's really going to make much of a difference with regards to this little spot. I don't even know why I just kind of defaulted to going into beautification, but nevertheless, it does look really cool in here. Kind of congested, if you really want my honest opinion, but it does flow in well with the glass makers, which are probably like, I have 142 in there. there's a decent amount of quartz sand coming in as well, so I'm happy on both of those. And one power station working for all these sources is insane. Now, I really want to just get a little bit more done over here before we call it quits, my friends, for the day. At least get some more of these guys to artisans and hopefully get them to the point of being engineers.
To want more?
Aha! Canned food. Great. We're going to also work on sewing machines over here because I feel like that's really necessary. That will definitely cut into the amount of steel that we're sending over to New Albion, obviously. But I think we can probably position them like over here or over here, maybe. Let's see how far this will actually go. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? But you know what really sucks? Neither of them are even remotely close enough to get to this clay deposit. That is so crazy. And the only reason it's green is because of Nate's windmill. Oh my god. Damn it. Well, I probably will have to build a couple more of these things anyway, so I'm not really that worried about it. But it definitely was a very fun episode, as always, my friends. We got the industrial quarter in the front a little bit more worked on, have some steel beams, export some of the excess steel that we're making, have the clay hole started up. We need the bricks as much as possible. Starting on the steampunk settlement in the back, I definitely need to really put a bunch more steampunk type ornaments and whatnot over back there. So we'll probably work on that in the next episode, along with getting some more of the what are the things called? Sewing machines. That's the one. Yeah, sewing machines absolutely made. The channel is almost to 4,500 Rantians, and 2 weeks ago we reached 4,000. Look, I'm gonna be real. I initially said that I was gonna reach 5,000 by the end of this year. Now I'm kind of I want to test what's gonna happen. I'm aiming for 10,000 Rantians by the end of the year. I would very much appreciate if you guys share the content, really share the channel with whomever you know, with the world, all that good stuff. I'm really doing the best that I can, you know, making sure we build this community together in the best possible way. And I would very, very much appreciate you guys also spreading the good word wherever you can. Obviously, it's per your own time, and your time is obviously valuable. But until next time, my friends, thank you so much. Please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next episode, my Rantians.